There are business leaders out there who achieve what they want. And there are all the others. Leading is a discipline, an art, not a talent. You can learn it, you can even master it. Make sure you get what you want. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back in the Live It, Lead It podcast. This is the podcast for leaders and for people who understand that a leader is a person. So we deal with you as a person and we deal with you as a leader. What's up? Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how are you, Olaf?
Very, very good.
Good. So last time we were speaking about continuing education, bettering yourself. Are you the best version of who you can be? And we challenged our readers to send us an email if they believe that they are in their best position and they're the best version of themselves. And we actually got a response from one of our listeners.
Funny, in episode 1. Thanks very much.
So Harris, he's relatively young. He doesn't state exactly when, but he says he recently left university. He's been in management for a few years. He runs a team of about 10 people. He's making about 100,000 euros a year. He's saying that he feels he's pretty well off. He's doing great. Everything's going well. Why does he need to improve? He doesn't see anything he can improve on.
Yeah.
So what do you think of that?
Yeah, Harris, I feel quite bad for you. And I understand, as I have seen this email and I know the age. I've heard sometimes youth is wasted to the young. I understand where you're coming from, and let's give this some thoughts, and maybe if you're even a bit, well, when I say if you're even a bit more mature, then this sounds like that Harriet is a kid, but it's not. This is not what I'm saying. But I've been in that same age, and I had exactly the same thoughts. Believe me.
Right.
The part is this is 20 years ago, so I'm now talking out of 20 years of experience in high IT management, and so. Let's go through this. I mean, yes, you come from university, you had the lucky shot and you just received the first leadership position. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. You survived in this first leadership role for more than 6 months, so that means you're capable of doing it. Congratulations again. Maybe it's even worse and you have a very good diploma. So that means you're riding on this wave of success. Whatever you start with, you just do, you deliver, and you're good at.
Right.
So he is 3 years or something like that in management. So that means it works.
Right.
Sure, whatever you start, it works. And then it may become boring. Keep in mind, whatever the newspaper says, you have 40 to 45 years of work in front of you.
Right.
Don't believe the socialists that tell you that you're just going pension with 50. No chance about it. Aim for 70.
Yes, true.
So, the why to change or why to improve.
Why improve?
Why to improve. This is the question. So, I mean, let's start for the first one.
Yeah.
Do you think that was your last promotion in life?
Good question.
I mean, how do you get promoted?
Well, you need to show the people that you work with that you're capable of being more responsible. You're ready for more. But if you're content, then how can you do that?
Exactly. That's the thing. More is the word. Exactly. Yeah. We're not promoting somebody who just does the stuff from yesterday and today and maybe tomorrow. Mm-hmm. No, we just promote the people who just did well yesterday, do good today, and they come to us and say, okay, can we just talk about more? I want more. I would just improve. And you can't do this with your skills that you have. I mean, you can, but we see all these stupid leaders out there who just got promoted because they are just there for a while. And then they get promoted until they suck.
Right.
So that's not a right one. But often I mean, what comes with promotion?
Higher position and and money.
Ka-ching!
Right?
We will talk about money a lot in the podcast, as I like money and as I recommend that you don't work for money. And we will go for that in later episodes. But yeah, I mean, bring it to the point. Every promotion gets you more income.
Right.
So, and you don't want more income?
Huh.
Okay. But I give you the other side of things. Here you are, you do your job. And my assumption is you're not doing 40 hours job. My assumption is that you just have, when you are honest, you have 50, 60 hours.
Yeah.
So something like that. And the experienced leaders know what I'm talking about when I say we don't switch off our brains at 1700. We just take these thoughts with us. We have these ideas at the weekend, at this barbecue party, when we're with friends and we hear this word, and then this is the domino stone that just makes us tick, and we just, I need paper. Wait, hold. Can you hold my beer? I need a piece of paper. I just need to write this down, because we are on it. We are on it. And this is usually not the case in non-leadership positions. The more responsibility you have, in my world, you just put more effort in it. You just put more brain space in it. And I know what I'm talking about as a company owner. I know what I'm talking about, and ask my wife. So
yeah,
here's the second thing. It's not about the money. It's about time.
Yeah.
So the better you get, the better you do your job, the less time you need to put in. This is a big message in the podcast, and it will be a big message in the podcast. Do your job as good as you can in less and less and less time. So we will talk about this later. My recommendation is how to get promoted means, my answer is try to get unemployed.
Yeah.
So try to get unemployed means try to set up your organization in a way that they completely exist without you. I was always aiming for that part, never worked. I just only fell up the ladder. Very nice. And now looking back, I know why. Because I could do even more things. I could just deliver more. I could even deliver things where my boss and my colleagues said, this is not possible. And I just could do it because I was focused on the things that I needed to do.
Okay.
And so time is a big point. When you do what you do at the moment and you just wait for having less work equals to having more time, it will not happen. If you're not steering it, if you don't have the right skills to steer it, if you don't have the right capabilities or the right mindset even to manage your calendar, nothing will happen.
Right.
Have been there, have done that, have wasted years. It's up to you. So that's another level. That's another reason for putting change in, for just getting better and improve.
But also, so we spoke about getting a promotion. We spoke about with that, promotion, we want to increase our salary, you get to a different level. What if, Harris, as I'm sure you're listening to this, what if you decide one day that you want to transition out of that career that you're in now? What if you want to go somewhere else?
Why would he?
Well, yeah, why would he? But now, if you're satisfied now, but that doesn't mean you're going to be satisfied tomorrow, right? What if you find something that you've become passionate about, but because you've neglected your skills, you've been comfortable, it's going to make it that much harder for you to transition into something else.
So kids are in school today. Mm-hmm. We know. We read it everywhere that everybody who thinks about the future tells us the kids who are in school today, 2/3 of them, will be having jobs in 20 years, which we don't even know the names today.
Right.
So the stuff is turning in a speed which nobody 50 years ago, 20 years ago, could ever believe that this is possible.
Right.
So we know there were these. Again, we are 2019. And up to the 60s, I believe, in Germany, we had these, when you just, maybe beginning of the 60s, I'm not sure on that, but we had persons, when you pick up the phone, and yes, I'm talking about picking up a phone, connected with a wire to the wall. It was not your phone. This phone was owned by the telecom company, which we only had one telecom company in Germany, which was owned by the government.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about, these fancy smartphone things. We talk about a phone, a serious phone. If you're a millennial, then you just ask Wikipedia. They tell you, they give you a picture. So you picked it up, and then when you wanted to call to someone, then you just called this person. Can you just connect me to? It's not so long. This is not 1,000 years ago. This is just 50 years ago, something like that. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. So these jobs are gone. People, and I've had this in my very last company, and I believe this is one of the reasons why they are where they are, which is whatever. So they had people who were opening the paper post, the envelopes, and put the letters on a scanner. They did this manually. Okay, they are already unemployed.
Yeah.
So looking into the future, I have a tax advisor, and I pay quite a lot of money in both countries to the tax advisors. Sorry for them, but they will be unemployed in 5 years when KI, artificial intelligence, takes it over. Because all of these things will change. It's not a question if they will change. The only question is when they will change. Taxi drivers, they are already unemployed. Truck drivers, they are already unemployed. And maybe we can make an additional podcast episode on what may happen to these people. So things are going to change. Whatever you think you do in 20 years, I doubt that you're right. So better prepare yourself for going into a great future. And now let's just get out of the negative things. As I know it's not many truck drivers who are listening to this. There is one discipline, one arts that is more and more required, and that is great leadership.
Yes.
This is not the only thing, but this is the thing which I cannot imagine an artificial intelligence takes over or we get rid of it. People need orientation. The goal of management is reduce complexity, and we live in a world where complexity takes over. I mean, I try to buy a new I don't try to buy a new smartphone. I try to find a potential purchase candidate. I can't find. I can't find. Because either they are completely similar, or the difference is 200 euros, and I just can't find the reason why this Google phone is so much more expensive than this one from this other company, and I'm just getting I don't decide when I don't feel good. So people need orientation in companies as well. Companies produce more and more different things. Companies grow and close. And I come from Germany, where we have companies who were there for hundreds of years, literally. And I don't know, 20 years ago, when the millennial changed, a big company went down, and another big company got bought by a competitor from the United Kingdom, and this was a culture shock. We will see this happen more and more often.
Yeah.
So the message is: be prepared, prepare yourself, become better. Become better, because this is the sad side of things. If you don't do it, others may do it.
And you will get left behind.
Here you go. And then you sit with 40 kilogram too much, with broken knees and hurting back at the doctor, and he's like, we can't. Well, 30, you should have come earlier, like 30 years earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
So you screwed up your own life. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's too much fun. It's by far too much fun. We're in the best times of the world, and you can read, you can find every information that you need. Really, every information. We never had this in mankind before. We never had it before. You have opportunities like, I believe, a big portion of the world still has not understood.
Yes.
So we can start our businesses, we can do whatever we want, we can learn whatever we want, we can be whatever we want. We don't have, at least in Western Europe, where we focus with this podcast on, we don't have any society holdbacks anymore. So society holdbacks. Extreme example, females can vote.
Right.
So it's it's not common in the whole world. Females can do whatever they want as men can do it. And I picked this example intentionally. And dear ladies, I do not care about gender at all. At all. So please don't argue with me that Chovy blah blah. I don't care. I really don't care when it comes to business. I do not care what your gender is. I don't care on religion or anything. The only thing that I focus on, which I'm addicted to, is performance, is output.
Yes.
So I don't care. Going back in Europe, and we can compare this to the rest of the world. In Europe, everybody can do anything. So they have we have whatever and you just pick it up. Religion, eye color, gender, length of trousers, whatever you have, you can do a business, you can change, you can leave, you can move around in the European Union, and so on and so on and so on. Total freedom. We never had this before. We can live in a country where we don't even understand their language, and I know what I'm talking about. So go back 400 years. Go back 400 years, 1500 something. And you, as a German, move over to Hungary and you don't understand anyone. Well, maybe you're not getting eaten immediately, but it's high likely that you just have drastic problems.
Yes.
Go back 1,000 years, 900 and something, and you move out of your tribe. You end up in slavery. I mean, wherever you are. So we live in golden times of mankind. Seriously. So now closing the loop and stopping my enthusiasm. This is why we do this podcast, to try to motivate you to embrace your future. Live it. Live your life. Make something out of it. It's as good as you can imagine it. So remove the handbrake and just go for it.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, Olaf.
Cool. What's up? Thanks very much. Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Bye.